Today we'll talk about geography and tourism in Qatar. Okay, and this will be the last chapter from your chapter number 5. Okay, so we have done with chapter number 1, chapter number 2, and this is chapter number 5. So it means we have done the syllabus, right?
Yes, complete 3 modules.
Okay, this is 5th chapter, right? So we have done with the syllabus.
And
Okay, 2 chapters need to discuss, right? 3 and 4.
third and fourth, sir.
Okay. So when you talk about Qatar, guys, okay, Qatar is very beautiful country, and this Qatar, it is popular for its what I can say, it's as a oil exporting country. Whatever the major revenue to the Qatar, it comes from the crude oil. Okay, and per capita income, that is also very high, lakhs together per capita income they are having in this country. And whatever the packages you see, okay, if you go through with the Qatar packages, you will going to see majorly the packages are around your capital city. Okay, that is Doha. Okay, Qatar's capital city is Doha, and all the packages, tour packages, are somewhere around the Doha city itself. Okay, Doha, that is the capital as well as the largest city. It has plentiful attractions for the tourist. Okay, and Doha's international airport, that is the very beautiful and what I can say, one among the busiest airport what we are having in the world. Okay, and yeah, okay, whatever this country has, it has the uh, beaches. Okay, you can go through with this map. Here you can see this is the Qatar. Okay, Qatar surrounded this Qatar, it's a country with peninsular country, I can say. Peninsular, when I talk about peninsular, this is the place, this is the piece of a land which is covered by water from 3 sides and land by 1 side. That is your peninsular. So here to this Qatar, 3 side water it is covered and 1 side land. Okay, so that land again, it has a border to the Saudi Arabia. Well, and Abhishek,
Yes, sir.
mute mode. Okay. Yeah, so when you see this Qatar map, guys, towards the eastern part of Qatar, okay, you will going to see this Doha city. Okay, and Doha again, as you can see, this country, it is surround 3 side, it is surrounded with the Persian Gulf water bodies. Okay, so Doha, it has also the beaches. Okay, so it is towards the western end of your Qatar. Okay, and very beautiful city. Okay, so whenever you talk about the Qatar tourism, you just concentrate your talk towards the Doha city. That's it. Okay, so this is Qatar, and the neighboring countries are your Saudi Arabia, and 3 side water bodies. That is your Persian Gulf, and again just nearby countries, if you say again your UAE, then Bahrain. Okay, so these are the neighboring countries what you're going to see. When you move towards the basic information, when you talk about the continent, it falls in the Asian continent. And when you talk about the IATA area, IATA area wise, it is in the IATA area too. Then the official language is the Arabic, and longitude wise, okay, it is in the eastern hemisphere with 51 degree 18 minutes 39 seconds east it will start. And latitude wise, it is in the northern hemisphere, okay, above the equator line, and 25 degree 35 minutes 48 second degrees towards the north. When you talk about again GMT, it is +3. Okay, tourism tagline, that is as independent as you are. Okay, it talks about this tourism tagline. It talks that this is the country which provides you the safe and secure and the luxury services to you. Okay, the same kind of environment which you're going to see in your country, same thing they are ready to provide. Okay, and very safest country, guys, very safest to roam around. Okay, the people are very friendly, and very less population this has. And when you talk about the visa, again, visa on arrival. Okay, visa waiver upon arrival in Qatar. I have mentioned this. Visa on arrival you will get over to the Qatar. Okay, you need not to apply the prior visa when you want to plan for your Qatar. Just you should have your passport. Okay, you have to, after once you get your passport, you have to apply for your you have to book your flight tickets, return flight ticket you should have. Okay, and you should book your hotel where you will going to stay there. Okay, so if you are having your passport, if you booked your return flight ticket to and from both, and when you book your accommodation in that city, done. Those documents you have to submit once you land in the Doha airport. Okay, you will get visa on arrival. You need not to pay a single paisa to get the Qatar visa. That's a good thing. Okay, so that is the reason it attracting a number of tourists. And when you talk about Qatar, very less people, guys, 20 to 30% the native people, native Arab people, they are in Doha city. Okay, apart from that, the other countries people, they went there and they settled down. Okay, around 20 to 25% people from India, they have settled down in Qatar. Okay, when you see the Qatar's population, okay, around 26 lakh, 26 27 lakh you can say. Okay, in this again, 20 to 30% the population is from India. Okay, Indian native, they went over there and they have settled down. Visa on arrival. Okay, Qatar, it has a visa on arrival. When you talk about again Dubai, it is e-visa. They are not providing your United Arab Emirates, they are not providing visa on arrival, but that is electronic visa. Just you have to upload your data in the website and you will get your visa, and you have to pay around 6 to 10,000 amount. But here Qatar, it is okay. If you are somewhere looking for Dubai Arab kind of a countries, and if you see Dubai as the costly, then alternative to that you can go through with Doha. Doha is also equal services they are providing. You will get your luxury hotels in a cheap price. You will get your what I can say, sand dunes here also. Okay, that safari, that also you will get in Doha itself. Okay, that Arab culture you will going to see in the Doha. Okay, just you can keep your alternative to Dubai. You can go through with this Doha. Okay, so if you are having less money and if you want to see the country like the United Arab Emirates, you can choose this Qatar. This is the major religion is Islam, guys. Okay, and as the major religion is Islam, there are few strict rules they follow. Women's, they have to wear full shoulder clothes there. Okay, and shorts are not allowed. Okay, and the tourist, as a woman, once the tourist visit to this country, their shorts are not allowed. You have to wear full cloth. Okay, full dresses, whatever you say. And as a this Qatar, it is somewhere. Okay, you have to avoid talking to the local women. Okay, it is somewhere they will not feel good when the tourists they interact with the local women. Okay, so that is their culture. Okay, so just whenever we are in Qatar, we have to follow those country, because we have to respect the local culture, right? That is what our tourism talks about. So when you talk about the geography, physical geography, okay. So this country, Qatar, it is located in the Middle East part. Okay, Middle East, and Qatar, it has only one land border, and three side it has a water body. Okay, and that is why the peninsular nation, I can say. Okay, and it doesn't have its own rivers or lakes to talk about. Okay, so that is there. Okay, so if you talk about the interesting facts, this is the tax-free country, guys. Okay, you need not to pay single taxes for everything. Okay, GST is not applied over there. Okay, whatever the products you are purchasing in that country, okay, just you have to pay the MRP and you can purchase that one. But here you have to pay the taxes. Okay, that will luxury taxes. If you want to buy any multinational products, okay, multinational brands products, then you have to pay the luxury tax city or in the Qatar, you need not to pay any taxes to that government, because the government is very rich, guys. Okay, believe me. Okay, the whatever the amount they get it from the crude oil. Okay, the very high amount of the amount they get, and the revenue they distribute to their citizens. They work in those oil companies. Okay, and 99%, 99% people of the Qatar, they are they work in this oil sector. Okay, and literature, when you talk about literate people, education, 98% they are literate. Okay, and somewhere, okay, these Arabs, okay, rich Arabs, as I told you, this is rich country, and they prefer high brands, and somewhere, okay, the low class jobs, okay, the service kind of a people they recruit from India and neighboring countries. Okay, the laborers kind of a thing, they go there and they work. And as I told you, people are very wealthy, and there is no agricultural land. As I told you, this Qatar, okay, whole Qatar, it is a deserty land. Okay, and yeah, the before this, okay, before crude oil, they were somewhere they were exporting this pearl item. Okay, pearl items from that Persian Gulf, and somewhere, okay, somewhere apart from your crude oil, they export this fishes. Okay, fish business, that is also there in this Qatar. Okay, and you will get your vegetarian food, but it is costly. Okay, so yeah, next what we'll do, we'll move towards the major tourist attractions. Okay, the major whatever the attractions I have selected, those are nearby your Doha city. Okay, either it is in Doha or nearby Doha. Okay, whatever tour, when you prepare the tour itinerary for Qatar, just you keep your Doha as the center point, and you can prepare your packages from 3 nights 4 days to 5 nights 6 days, or 7 nights 8 days in Doha itself. Okay, and you can add on nearby attractions every day. Okay, but you can keep center point as the Doha. And majority people, guys, okay, 70 to 80% of that country's population, they reside in the city. Okay, hardly 20% people, they are living in other villages or cities. Okay, so main point is Doha. What I wanted to see here, all the Ramayana, is major tourist attraction is your Doha, which is the capital city. The first attraction, okay, if you go through with any package of your Qatar, first day when the tourist, they lands in their Doha city. Okay, early morning he gets fresh up, and up to evening it is rest, and in the evening they will add this Souk Waqif. Okay, Souk Waqif, this is the market. So, okay, major market of your again Doha city. Okay, then next is the Museum of Islamic Art. Okay, so this is the museum where you will get if you want to gain a knowledge regarding the Islam and Islamic culture, you will get many of the things in this museum. Then Doha Fort. Okay, so what you have to remember is this Qatar has been ruled by the Turkey people. So when they were ruling this land, they have made a fort, that is the world fort, which you're going to see here. That is the Doha Fort. And Doha Konik, that is again the main city center, where you're going to see the buildings kind of a thing. Okay, major buildings. Okay, the buildings are like, again, this is torch building, this is capsules. This looks like the capsules. Okay, that those buildings are very attractive to see. Okay, that is Doha Kornik. Then last one is a Katara cultural village. Again, where if you now in the city called in Doha, you will not going to see the real culture of the Arabs. If you want to see the real Qatarian culture, a real lifestyle of the Qatar people, then this Katara cultural village is the best. Okay, where you can visit, and you can go through with this culture. Okay, so first Souk Waqif. Okay, when you talk about the Souk Waqif, again, as I told you, this is the place. Okay, this is the marketplace in the Doha, and here it is very big market, guys. Okay, where you will going to where you will get all kind of thing, whatever you want to purchase, like you will get your handicraft items, you will get your souvenirs, you will get your traditional garments, traditional dresses of that Arab people, that kind of a thing. If you want to buy your pet animals, okay, be it a cat, be it a be it your any kind of a pets, okay, parrot kind of a thing, you will get, you can purchase in this souk Waqif. Okay. And yeah, so just you can roam around and you will get your street food to taste here, and you will get a number of restaurants. Okay. And from the city it is walkable, guys, walkable distance you will be having. Okay, wherever you are living in the city, just walkable distance you will get this souk Waqif. That is the main thing. First day every travel agency, they will keep this souk Waqif. That is the only attraction they will keep. Okay. Next is, okay, next day you can morning you can keep this day 2. Okay, you can add on for this music Islamic art, or museum of Islamic art, as I told you. So this is the building, okay, which is designed by this architect called I.M. Pai. Okay, so again here you will get the literature related to the Islam, and the art and artifacts which are related to the Islam culture. Then next one is the Doha Fort. As I told you, it is just nearby to the Doha city. Okay, just nearby. And the style of construction is in Moorish style. That is the local style of that country. And as I told you, Turkish people, they have built this. And nowadays, if you want to see the heritage part of your Qatar, then this Doha Fort is the major one. Again, the history kind of a thing. Then next is half day tour you can keep for this desert safari. Okay, like in the Dubai. Okay, as we have studied in Dubai, this desert safari is very popular. Same thing when you come to this Doha, the desert safari is again here also very popular, because as I told you, the Qatar, whatever it has is it's desert land. Okay, the half-day private desert safari you can enjoy as a tourist. And along with that, dune bashing also is one of the important thing, guys. Okay, if you ask me what is this dune bashing, it is you are sitting in your luxury vehicle, and your vehicle is moving up and down in those dunes. That kind of thrill, amuse and enjoyment, okay, it is very popular thing. And they if you talk about Indian rupee, it is somewhere around 6 to 7,000 rupee you have to pay for that. Okay, it comes with your dune passing as well as your desert safari. And few of the desert safari, they include the bonfire, tent house, dinner. Okay, that kind of a thing. Okay, which kind of a package you are purchasing, it depends on that. Okay, in those deserts you will get your bonfire and tent house facility also. If you want to spend your one night in these tent houses, you can. It is preferable again. Okay. Next thing again, from what you can do in this Doha city is there is one popular and largest mall, that is Villaggio. Okay, Villaggio. Okay, Villaggio Mall. It is again popular mall and very big, very huge in size. As I told you, multinational brand outlets you will going to see this in Villaggio Mall. And here, okay. Here again you will get this gondola ride. Okay, you can sit in this boat and you can go through with this mall. Okay, inside this mall campus they have provided this facility. Okay, gondola ride you can do. So this is about Villaggio Mall. Okay, again this Villaggio Mall, it is half day you can keep for this, and you can roam around and you can do the shopping. Okay, where you are not paying the taxes. Whatever the price you are having to that brand, just you can pay that prices and you can purchase that thing. Okay, so if the price is of 10,000, then just you have to pay the 10,000 and you can buy that product. Same thing if you want to buy in India, same that multinational brand, if you want to buy in India, 10,000 plus luxury taxes, whatever it is, 25 or 28 rupee that you have to pay. It means the price will go around 12,800 rupee. But here just you have to pay the price of that brand and you can purchase your anything if you want to buy. Okay, because Qatar, it's a tax-free country, that we have to remember. So after that, we Villaggio Mall. Okay, in the morning you can keep this mall, and in the evening you can keep this place called Doha Corniche. Okay, there Doha Corniche, this is again place near to the beach where you can just walk around and by walking on that street, you can see this the beauty of skyscrapers. Okay, and in the evening again, when they put lights, it looks very nice, guys. Okay, so that uh, that attracts a number of tourists. Okay, it is one, the tourist, they will not miss this part. Okay, then next one is the Katara cultural village. Again, this, as I told you, if you want to really see the real Qatar culture, then this Katara cultural village is the best place. Okay, so this is the village, okay, where you're going to see the real culture of that Qatar. And this village, it conducts n number of festivals to attract the tourist, be it your TEDx talks, TEDx Doha, be it your film festivals, be it your youth festival called Ajay Youth Festival, they will conduct. Okay, so by conducting all these kind of events, and by providing the knowledge of that Qatar culture, this place, it is attracting the tourist. So that is about your Qatar, guys. Okay, just you have to remember your Doha. Okay, and Doha, it has the beautiful attractions. Okay, any doubts, guys, in this? Hey guys, any doubts you are having?
No, sir. No, sir.
No,
No doubts. Okay, it means we have successfully done with 3 chapters. Okay, so the left out is Europe and Africa chapters. Okay, in Europe, I think 5 countries. Okay, 5 to 6, and in Africa 5 to 6 countries are there. So next, okay, next class we'll move to, I think, move towards Europe. Okay, we'll just discuss the introduction part of your European continent. Okay. If no doubts, then can I wind up the class?
Sure, sir.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. Thank you so much.